Good morning. Welcome to Mike Adams on the Fly. I'm going to tie something new today. Don't have any idea how it's going to come out. First fly of the day, that's usually the worst thing that I ever tie, is the first one of the day. But today we're going to be fishing a small stream over in North Carolina. And it's got some big old white millers that float down it. And those fish come up and enjoy one every once in a while. What I'm going to try to imitate with is a large white wolf. And to tie that, I'm going to use a kip tail for the tail and also the wings. I got a white hackle that I'll be using, and it's off of a whiting neck. Also, I'll be using some superfine Spirit River creamy white dubbing. The thread that I've chosen is white UTC 140 because I'm going to be tying this on a size 10 dry fly hook, a TMCO 100. So I've already geared up, got this hook in the vise, and I'm going to start. I'll tie on about right here in the front. That's about where I want my wing post to go. And we'll take this thing to the back and get going. I fished this water a few weeks ago, and I noticed that those big flies were coming down through there. So we're going back today. I want to make sure I got something that I might be able to compete with them a little bit on and get it. I'll get me a little clump of this kip tail. It's a real buggy fly, and I can understand now why Lee Wulf used so much of it. It really gives a good presentation on the water and definitely lets you see it. And there's going to be some tumbling water where we'll be, so I want to make sure I can throw that thing over and pick it up out of the bubbles real big. I'm going to try stacking this tail and getting it right. One thing about kip tails, you're going to have to learn, you're never going to be able to get every one of your hairs in line. They really enjoy fraying out on you. So just make sure you're somewhere in the close proximity of getting it together to form that tail. And I'm gonna make a long tail on this thing. I hope you can see that. That's about what I'll be using for it. Come in here and tie this in. Snug it down real good. Yeah, boy, that's a good long tail. I like that. And we come up. We're in place and everything's good. Trim it. Now I'm going to go to the front. I'm going to try to set my wings and get them in good shape. Excuse me. And just right here is something that I kind of fight with every once in a while. This could be my problem maker. Separating these wings. It's always a chore for me to do it. But we'll see what we can get done on my first try. Get all the old little guard hairs and everything out and clean it up. I like to take the point of my scissors and hold that thing and reach it down in my hand and pull everything out. Get it going and see what it looks like. And you know what? I may not have to stack this. It's looking pretty good and buggy, and I think I'm just going to go ahead and try to tie this in. We'll get it to work. I want those wings to be, as I put them on, just about point of my hook to the bend of the hook. We'll bring that, tie it in. And the reason for my little hump where I started out up here, where you can see right there, is that right there lets me know that's pretty much my mark at where I want my wings to go and start. So we got that. I'll separate, reach back. I'm going to cut them in at an angle I'm going to trim the excess and do away with it. Get all these wild hairs that's running around crazy in here. Get them out of my way. Get that taken care of. Now come in front of this right here, tie it and kind of build me a little thread down in front of it. That'll help me prop these posts up for the wings, and I'm gonna have to hide it for a little bit as I try to separate that and get it all out. And I think that might be a little even. You can see as I come around, I'm snugging down and tight. That separates that one right there. Gets it ready to go. Come in and grab this side over here. Pull back. And all I want to do is just get those separated pretty good, where I can bring them up. Tie all this right here down. Make me a few wraps on it. Pull that back. I got me a good body to go down through there. Now, I want these things to be stout. I want to stay up. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go around these a few times. And that's going to secure that bottom. Keep it right in place where I can do that. Now, when these bugs float down the river, especially those millers, one thing, or creeks, or whatever you fishing, one thing you'll notice about them is their wings aren't straight up like you'd notice on a mayfly. They're going to be kind of heavy and laid out to the side, and that's the way I want these to go. You can see that right there. They're kind of laid out. They're not right up and down. So we'll get over here, and I'm going to start building my body now out of this creamy white dubbing. Put my wax on there. Get it going. I like to start fraying this stuff out where it kind of real fine and starts spreading out. Makes it a whole lot easier to go on. Pull it right off of that. Stick it on. Make me a good tight noodle. I often wondered why they call that a noodle. I don't know. I like to eat noodles. I don't understand. But anyhow, I'd say a dubbing rope. But anyhow, fish don't care what it's called. They just want to see that bug come down through there. Come in. I got that good and tied off. Bring it back to the end. Start tapering up. I'm going to take it right up to the wings. I'm going to tie me a little platform right there. A little base. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take two of these hackle feathers that I got. Get down here in the fluff, and I'm going to skin that off. Trim it up. I'm going to come in from the back of this, and I want to lay these feathers right between my wings. I'm going to wrap a couple times in back. Hold them down. Now I'm going to come in front of my post. Really tie them and snug them. Clear my tips. Get them out of the way. Now I'm going to throw me a little whip finish right here to make sure I don't lose my thread off of the front of the fly. And I'm gonna come up and spin this hackle. Being that I got two feathers, I don't have to do a whole lot because it's going to make it kind of buggy. So there's two wraps behind. And then I'll come two wraps in front. Or 2.5. grab my stuff, tie it down. Hopefully I didn't crowd my eye too much that I can't see how to fix it. Put my tippet to it when I get on the creek here in a little while. But anyhow, that is my large white wolf that I'm going to fish and try to imitate as the miller. Anyhow, that's about it. Trim out a couple of these little hairs right here, put my head cement on there. And that's it. That is it. And as you can see, that's not a tiny little fly. So I hope you enjoyed it. Try one of these sometimes if you're going out. And don't forget to take yourself fishing.